Hi, I'm Hélène Thériault, a Master's Certified Coach, recipient of the ICF Emerging Coach Educator Award, and I also hold a Master's degree in Adult Education. For those of you delivering or designing coach education, I know how important it is to keep those learners engaged, and it sounds easy, but it's not always easy. So here's the thing. How you structure a session is just as important as what you teach. We saw in the learning objective video how it can support us in the what we teach. Here, we're going to focus in the how. So in this video, I want to show you a simple rule that helps you keep learners engaged and makes your sessions flow smoothly. And it's called the 90-20-5-minute rule. So the 90-25-minute rule is 3 evidence-based guidelines rolled up into one. The first one is easy. Every 90 minutes, you want to design to have a physical break. So this might mean a coffee break, stretching, or even changing to a different room if you're in person. For online sessions, it's a chance to break away from the screen, as we know it's very important. Every 20 minutes, that one is about giving a mental break. It doesn't mean you need to stop your sessions. It just means that you want to give participants a chance to pause and to process. You can build in a quick reflection. It can be a short chat with a partner or 1-minute writing activity, for example. The 5-minute rule is the one that I see is more challenging for educators. This one is about including an action. And this can be as simple as typing a word in the chat, could be raising your hand. Everyone raise your hand if that's a learner's action, or it could be doing a quick poll. Online, you want to aim for every 5 minutes. And when you're in person, you can stretch that to 10 minutes. The point here, though, is really to keep the learner active and not passive. So let me show you how this can look in practice. Here is an agenda from a 90-minute workshop that I deliver called Time Management and Delegation. In the learner action column, you can see something that's built in, hopefully, see if I've done a good job, every 5 minutes. There should be a learner action happening. So it could be that a mentee is a poll. It could be that they're doing a workbook activity. So if they're writing something in their workbook, that's a learner action. Could be that they're in a breakout room and having a dialogue. That's also a learner action. So you can quickly see in that column, did I do a learner's action every 5 minutes? Or if I'm in person, I can stretch that to 10. When you look at the gray rows that are highlighted in this section, you can see a 20-minute segment. In this case, you can see that I'm focusing in that 20 minutes on this learning objective, listing the 4 steps of the 4C delegation framework. So that's what I'm focusing on in this gray area. And notice how that block wraps up, that 20-minute wraps up with a short group debrief, and a 1-minute self-reflection is embedded in there so that the learners can pause and they can consolidate their learning before we move on. This one, of course, for the 90-minute rule was easy. It was a 90-minute session. But sometimes I run this as a 2-hour or a 3-hour workshop. So I make sure to schedule that physical break at the right point, and we're never going beyond that 90 minutes before we have a physical break. You'll also see the EAT acronym, EAT in brackets, under the content column. That's also another planning layer I use to check whether I'm applying the learning principles that we cover in another video called the EAT video. So feel free to check that out if you haven't yet. So here's the key takeaway. Structure matters. We know this. And by applying the 90-25-minute rule, you'll keep your learners energized, engaged, and more likely to retain what they've learned. I've included an agenda planner you can download to help you map your own sessions and check whether you're hitting the mark on those 90-25-minute benchmark rules. Thanks for listening.